Hi, I'm Dennis from Plain Truth Ministry. I want to share an excerpt from my new book, Living in Response to God's Gifts, the Ephesian Formula, which is due out March 12th and it's available for now for pre-order on Amazon. I want to look at a discussion that I wrote in chapter 4 where Paul's talking about walking worthy of our call and doing that in humility, gentleness, with long suffering, and then bearing with one another in love. Not always an easy task. We're around people and we run into people who we'd like to talk to, would like to share the gospel with, would like to help, who are just difficult to be around, difficult to help for whatever reason. We can't be the judge of their behavior. We're only experiencing that behavior and hoping that something that we can say or do can help them in some way. The excerpt reads like this. Sometimes we're called to nurse a porcupine that's caught in a trap and its foot's broken. Paul told us it wasn't going to always be easy, but that porcupine needs our help. First, it needs something to calm it down, and it needs to be taken out of the trap. Second, it needs to be medicated to reduce its pain and any swelling that may be present. Third, we need to assess the problem, get a splint on that foot. These three steps are gentleness personified, but it's a porcupine. It's going to be scared, and it's going to try to defend itself, not knowing that we are there to help. What's the porcupine's defense? That's right. It'll shoot quills at us. And if those quills hit us, that's going to hurt a lot. But if we understand that the porcupine is not attacking us, but rather it's trying to defend itself, we're more likely to suffer the pain and continue to try to help the porcupine. That's long suffering personified. Finally, we know that it'll take time for the porcupine's foot to heal, and we need to continue to provide care until the day comes when the porcupine is fully healed and can feed and protect himself once again. After what we've been through, another few weeks caring for the porcupine sounds like a tough task. And it is. And that's where bearing with one another in love comes into play. That's what it looks like. So why would we take on the task in the first place? First, if we're called, we need to act. Second, Paul tells us that by doing it, we are endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. He says that in verse 3 of chapter 4. Paul discussed unity throughout the first two chapters. Here, he also uses the term bond, as an indicator that we are connected together through Christ. What a great way to strengthen unity, to help a brother in need with gentleness and love, not only in the moment, but on an ongoing basis. That's what Paul's urging us to do in this passage. I hope that as you listen to this and think about it, knowing that there are people who fit the description of the porcupine, that you'll continue to try to be there for those people. Because if you're called, you need to move. I appreciate your time today. Again, the book is Living in Response to God's Gifts, the Ephesian Formula. Again, available March 12th and currently available for pre-order on Amazon. Have a blessed day.